something I could do my own self. Check, 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 check. What's up? Oh, Mr. Norris showed up, just ghost dropped in on me. His brother is. What's up, man? Nothing much, ain't we know if you was gonna make it or not. So let's So anyway, we here. What's up, people? We live, folks. Go ahead and let them know you here. What's up,
good, folks?
Yeah, so I'm gonna get this. Let me mute my stuff because you hearing the. So anyway, we here live at Level Gamers Podcast. We got a little bit to talk about tonight. Mr. Norris Steph dropped in on me. Didn't give me no warning. Just threw all my little stuff off on me. I'm just messing with you. But what's good, man?
Nothing much, man. I apologize to the people. I just took a shot, so your boy gotta eat. Right. But I would not be on the mic being rude or anything like that. But I am here. But I do have to eat though.
Man, smack away, bro. K-Bum do it all the time. So
man, I be crunching on that mic.
What's up, K-Bum?
Yo, what's up, Keith?
I crunched a few times myself. So we coming through clear? You hear us, K-Bum? We should be. Y'all should be coming through there. Hey, so we here. We rest to go. Things are kind of set up right. So if it ain't totally correct, it's gonna be like that. Cause hey, this is what we do. So anyway, but man, we got a lot to talk about. Hopefully, we can get through all this stuff. You know, Nintendo's possibly got a new system that's been kind of leaked. We want to talk about that as well. So anyway, without holding things up, let's go ahead and get into it, man. It's about to get live. We keep it pretty level, no surprise. Come and listen to the topics busted. Then check out our discussion. Keith Norris and D2K. K-Bum 20 on the MIC. Jet Eye Night all the way in Germany. Leveled head, you know who that boy is. But it say, live and level, live and level. We on that MIC. Live and level, live and level. We just talking them games. Live and level, live and level. Take a seat and listen up, man. Live and level, live and level. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? People, this is the Live and Level Gamer Podcast. You already know who it is. What's up, welcomes. What's up, folks? What's up, folks?
Yo. What's up? What's good with the peoples?
Yeah.
Thursday. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, we up in this joint, man. We ready to go. So anyway, welcome to the show. We got a little bit set up for y'all on tonight. But we don't plan here to be here long. So we got some stuff to talk about. It's 8:06. I don't know what time it is your way. But if you listening, go ahead and let us know who you is in the comments section. Make that happen for your boy. I would love to know who you is so I can call you out, give you shout outs. But Mr. Norris is here, K-Bum 20 is here. We got some stuff to talk about, some exciting stuff to talk about, other stuff to talk about. What we gonna talk about?
Other stuff to talk about.
So anyway, I'm gonna throw it, you know how we do, not to keep this thing rolling. Do y'all got anything y'all want to share before we get into what you've been gaming on?
I'm ready to roll.
Keith?
Let's go.
Now, while you over there smacking, what you eating? Let me know. I want to know.
Man, I went to Wingstop.
Okay. That ain't bad.
Well, we got to find out. I got to find out the truth. Are you a boneless or bone-in man?
Bone in.
Bone in.
Don't tell me you're a boneless.
What's boneless?
I'm with you.
Somebody do that.
That's blasphemous. That's what that is. Blasphemous. Boneless don't have no flavor, man. It's like it's missing that juice.
You have you tried the thighs? Those thighs from Wingstop?
I almost got there, but I did not.
Bro, you sleeping on them thighs, bro. They good. And they give you a whole bunch.
So y'all don't like the buffalo wings of Wild?
Oh, that's true.
Expensive?
Yeah,
Things expensive.
That is true.
They are.
$35 for 7 wings.
Never. I went. Me and the wife went to. We just, we didn't want to go in. It was COVID season, so we thought we'd order it and go go pick it up. So I ordered some wings, and she ordered some wings, and we both ordered some of the little wedges. Now
I love the wedges.
Yeah, they wedges fine. So you think, hey, this is gonna be about $20, $25. That was almost $32. Like, man, you can have all this chicken back anyway. But we ate that chicken, and it wasn't even that good because we paid so much for it. But anyway,
didn't even like it no more.
Didn't even like it no more. But anyway, let's get into this. What you been gaming on? Yeah. You know what time it is? It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on. All right, man. I need to know. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Well, you eating, Keith. I'm gonna let K-Bone start it off. Now, K-Bone, don't be trying to give us all your games. I know you got so much to play.
You don't want to know what I've been playing on.
Here we go. If you say Cyberpunk, man, we gonna have a real problem. I want to hear about the other game that you got. I hope you played it, because I'm about to be playing it once I beat this game I got.
So I've been playing Cyberpunk.
Go ahead, man.
I've been playing the mess out of Cyberpunk. I don't think the time is real. It says like 30 hours. I don't believe that, because there were plenty of times where it was just sitting around not doing much. I don't think I put that much time in it, but I've been playing the crap out of Cyberpunk, and it is legit. I've been enjoying it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I wasn't expecting to, after the launch and them fumbling, and I set on the game. I bought the game maybe a couple of months after it came out for $10 because it was so bad. But Best Buy had a sale, so I'm like, I'll sit on it until they get the next gen patch. And I've been playing it, and it runs smooth. Like, I have not had any issues with bugs, glitches, frame rate. It's been 100% smooth, and it's just so much going on with the story, so much going on with the character, so much going on with the world.
Why?
So, like, what? Okay, I mean, there's a big event that happens. Like, I can't spoil it because it's a huge thing that happens to your character that sets you off into this path.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and once this thing happens, this event happens, the whole map opens up, and so this map is very dense. It's detailed.
Dense as in you can't see. What you mean?
No. This as it.
Oh, okay.
Let me change the word. It's it's compact, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is narrow?
Instead of
corridors?
Oh no, it's not corridors. This is a wide open world type of game. But what's unique to this game than other games is that the verticality of this game, right? And so you can go inside of a building and go up. There's several, like there's a mall that I found, and it's like 4 levels to this mall. and I can actually walk around all 4 levels of this mall. 'Cause I was trying to get a new weapon or a new cyberware or something like that, and I went to the 4th floor. Then I'm like, whoa, it's 3 other floors, and I just went to each of the other floors just to see what was there, because there's a lot of stuff hidden in the map, hidden in the game that you kind of have to just see for yourself. And it's a lot of ways to build your character. The character system is very deep. There's a lot of ways to attack or to approach engagements. You can be a straight hacker. You can be you can be a gunsmith, or you can say you want to use, instead of, you want to use pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you want to go to a different character and use shotguns and big assault rifles, or maybe you don't want to use any guns and you want to just beat people with your fists. Well, you can do that too. Well, maybe you don't want fists. Maybe you want to put blades in your arm.
Right
well,
on.
you can do that too.
Right on.
And maybe you don't want to fight at all. You just want to
all right.
cameras. Look through camera. You asked. Oh, you asked for this, and you gonna get it. Maybe you don't want to fight at all. Maybe you want to hack into a camera, use that camera to hack into another camera, and then make your enemy head explode by hacking him through cameras, never actually making any contact with anybody. You can do that too. Or you can do a mixture of all of them. So it's a very deep game, man. I've gotten lost in the world, and 'cause usually I don't like open worlds. You guys have heard me say it so many times, but I've been enjoying this one. I'm trying to get to the story mode, but I've only been small chunks of gaming, so usually I just go around the world doing stuff. And the side missions are legit.
Man,
CD Projekt Red are really good with side missions. They're just as good as the main mission. So I've been enjoying that. I'm enjoying the game. I've been playing that more than anything. I haven't really played 2K at all. I play only a tad bit of Call of Duty, and I haven't touched the other games that's in packages. I've been just playing Cyberpunk. Yeah,
that's called mindset. Once you change your mindset of how that game was supposed to be played, and then you realize you could play it how you want to play it. Because I think a lot of people thought, I'm just gonna run around shooting like Call of Duty and stuff, and that ain't it. That's not Cyberpunk at all.
No, especially when you're getting hacked.
Yeah, you can get hacked.
You get hacked. I said, okay, let me figure out how this worked there, because that wasn't cool. Yep. It's a fun game, man. You gotta try the demo level.
I'ma try it. Like I said, man, I'ma try it. I explain myself. But you know what, K-Bum? I'm actually happy that you're enjoying this game, cause you've been holding out for it, and I'm glad it's living up to your expectations. Don't let my clowning you on this podcast be any true indication of my feelings. I am. Real talk. I am happy that you're enjoying the game. It
has not lived up to my full expectations. So let's get this straight.
But you're enjoying it.
I was supposed to be blown away by the graphics.
Can't be blown away at the 2 years.
I am not blown away, but I do say, oh, that looks nice. It's a lot of that looks nice moments, but I am not blown away. Had they
delivered this game at the helm of the PlayStation 5, and it looked like it looked today, do you think you have different feeling?
Yes.
You do think you have different feeling?
If this game would have came out when it was supposed to came out and look the way that it does now, yes. But now you have games like Horizon.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping you were talking about, because I want to hear about this game. But anyway,
you got games like Horizon. That game is a piece of work.
You seen it? You played it?
I've watched some stuff, but I haven't played it yet. No.
Okay.
But I've watched Digital Foundry and some other places talk about it. Right. It is a masterpiece.
Okay. Well, let's. All right. Well, K-Bum enjoys Cyberpunk.
I'm done.
All right, Keith. Yep. I'm gonna let you come in. What have you been gaming on, bro?
First of all, we're gonna table masterpiece and Horizon Zero anything. No, I'm just playing.
That's right. You're not a fan of it. That's right.
Man, that game. I'm gonna try though. So what I've been gaming on is Guardians of the Galaxy. After the podcast last week, I went ahead and bought it. Listening to Levelhead and listening to Kayvon, I was like, you know what? I do want to play this game. It looks fun, and I must say that they did a really good job. Who? Square Enix. Yeah. They did a really.
It's not Square. It's somebody else though, right?
It is Square.
It's under Square.
Well, I mean, we ain't got to get that technical. We Square.
The actual development company is not. I'm talking the development company. I'll find out what that is.
Square pops up as soon as you turn the game on. Square comes up. That's all we need to do. Go ahead, Keith.
But yeah, the communication between the characters. I know a lot of people didn't like the fact that you were only controlling Star-Lord, but I actually think that works. And it actually has a pretty nice little combat system by being able to tell your teammates to do specific things at specific times or whatever. That actually really, really works. Now, I am going to fully echo Levelhead's complaints of those quick time
I haven't
events.
shared them yet. Go ahead though. You beat me to it. I shared because that's what I was
I thought you talked about it last time.
No, we talked about it in the hangout. Amongst ourselves.
My bad.
Now you good.
I got confused. But I'll just briefly say I'm playing on the PC version, and I have seen some PlayStation prompts pop up, and I'm using an Xbox. I'm using an Xbox controller. Why are you telling me to press triangle? I don't have a triangle. Of course, I know that's why, but I mean that's how bad it's been for me. I died like 20 times one time because if you get to a certain sequence. And it'll start you right back over. You're like, wait, I still don't know how to do it.
No. Bro,
I'm just gonna die again. I don't know how to do it.
There's so many of those moments yet to come. I don't know where you at, but I know the sequence you're talking about because I died on that same sequence at least 10 times. And I'm not gonna even lie. I went to YouTube like, look, forget all this. What the heck do y'all want me to do? And I noticed that was a huge complaint because everybody was like, why are they showing us how to do this part? So, go ahead, though.
So, yeah, I was like, man, you can start it over all you want to. Not me, but I'm talking about the game. You can start over all you want to. You are not telling me what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to die again. And that's what happened. Just watch them die. But I eventually figured it out. Got past that part. But, yeah, I know Levelhead going to go in a little deeper than I did, but... Yeah,
is that the one where you're trying to save somebody and save the girl, or is this where?
That's one of them.
You stuck
I had a few.
Yeah, I died so many times on that one too. All right.
But other than that, man, I think they put together a pretty nice, fun game. The other game that I bought after the podcast as well was Days Gone. I had been looking at that game, and I'm a huge fan of the what's the games, the Last of Us games. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of it, and I was looking at it like, man, I don't want to play another Last of Us clone or something. And it's coming from Sony, and I only played a little bit, so I can't say much about the game, but it feels 100% like a Sony PlayStation game, if you know what I mean. Is that over the shoulder, kind of angled a little bit,
story driven.
The story was good. The graphics, even on PC, I'm playing at 1440p. They're decent. You can definitely tell that they have not aged. Probably when they first came out, I probably would have been like, "Yo, these graphics are amazing" or whatever. But it's not all that. But as far as the zombies and the gameplay and all that other stuff, I think Sony has another franchise on their hand. Just already, you know what I mean? Just so far into the game, it's kind of like a more serious. What's that Capcom game that where you shooting all the zombies and stuff?
Resident Evil?
No, Dead something. I can't think of the name, but it's a Capcom game where you shooting all the zombies and stuff.
Not Dead Rising.
Dead Space?
No, that's EA.
Okay.
You
It
talking
might be. I think
the goofy one, the one that's like
you can go through chainsawing people. You can
chainsaw.
people.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Dead Rising.
It came out. It's Xbox. It was an Xbox game.
Yeah, Dead Rising sounds right. But anyways,
it could be Dead Rising.
To me, it's a more serious tone version of that, and I want to say that's all I've been gaming on.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. Okay, cool. But yeah, I haven't got to the point where I'm killing a lot of zombies, or whatever they're called. I have snuck past a bunch of them because the gun I had a shotgun and that wasn't gonna do it. But but yeah, it looks pretty cool so far. I can't. I'm gonna finish Guardians first, and I'm gonna come back to that. And no, I have not touched Cyberpunk since the last podcast.
Yeah, okay. That's what's up.
The field is in. Like I said, it does make a difference with the developers. It is Eidos Montreal, which are the same people who did the Deus Ex Machina games.
Okay.
Those are the same people. Which the publisher is Square, but it is the publisher is Square, but it is Eidos Montreal with the same people who did the Deus Ex.
Okay, this is what I need you to do. Wrap that up. We Square. It's Square. That's all we need.
I care.
K-Bum getting all into the details. Anyway, for me, I've been playing. I gave Shifu a break. I've been trying to beat this Guardian so that I can go ahead and justify picking up Horizon Forbidden West. I have some issues. Like the last time I really bragged about the game, and I do love the game. The game was good. It's getting a little long in the tooth. I'm at the end, and K-Bum basically just made me realize that even once I pass that, there may be more to do. I hope not, because I'm really
more or less.
I'm ready for this game. I'm ready for this game to end. The
what
quick
you say,
time,
Guardians?
Yeah, Guardians. I'm at the end.
Okay.
I'm literally maybe 20, 30 minutes from beating this game or beating the main antagonist. Put it like that. Because I don't know what else they're gonna want me to do. That K-Bum probably talking about. But anyway, one of the things I did draw issue with, and I kind of shared this, and Keith kind of touched on it. While this game is fun, the combat is fun. It's a little wonky at times. Doesn't register everything you're trying to do, and there's so many things that actually you do at one time that sometimes you trigger stuff you didn't mean to trigger. I don't know if you do that, Keith, or not, but I be triggering stuff I'm not even trying to trigger. I'm doing so. It's a lot that is actually to do and keep track of. But one thing that who made this game, K-Bum, since you went through all that
Eidos Montreal.
Eidos Montreal could have did a better job with the quick time events. Everything Keith said, I echo times 20. I died sliding down, and you know how you slide and there's a gap and you're supposed to jump. Well, what they don't tell you this time, you're supposed to jump and then double jump again and glide up. It's like, well, you didn't tell me that. I'm jumping like everybody else jumping. And it's like, it's just simple stuff that you could literally make clear. It's like they just, well, we're not gonna show you this stuff. We're gonna ask you to dodge this and catch this and do that, but we ain't gonna tell you how to do it. Figure it out. And it's like, sometimes that stuff broke the game, and I got so frustrated that I actually said this game quick time events are trash. I mean, I was literally upset because I had died so many times. As simple, you gotta tap X and not just push X when you trying to catch somebody or they trying to catch you. You gotta tap X and it don't show you none of that. So
don't forget when it's going into the little green bubble.
Yeah.
And you gotta wait. Like, what? I didn't know I was supposed to do that.
Right. So a lot of that stuff, man, it's just broken. But outside of that, the game is cool. But I'm almost done, and I'm ready to be done. I really am. I enjoyed this game, but I've been cramming it. The storyline is still amazing. Rocket is still in the show. Rocket is funny in this game. That literally
hilarious.
And the man, what is it? The girl
Mantis.
Mantis is funny too. She funny.
I told you she was gonna kill it when you got a chance to steal.
I still, man, even down to the little llama that you find, That's even funny. So I like the fact that you always got to keep shutting the refrigerator. One thing I do, it is annoying.
That refrigerator door.
Yeah. One thing that is annoying to me is there be conversation going on, and sometimes you mess around and you didn't know that Rocket was finna say something, and it's an icon to talk to Rocket, and right before you push it, he started to say something that you wanted to hear him finish, but you already pushed him to talk, and they don't go back to the conversation. So it's a lot of stuff I missed in good back and forth conversation on the ship that I wish I could have heard what they was going to finish say, because it'll be good conversation. So that part is just dope. So anyway, long story short, the game is good, but be prepared to get extremely frustrated with the QuickTime events, because they are not going to help you at all. And so anyway, with that being said, that was what you've been gaming on. So we are here. We are ready. We are ready to go. Yeah. So y'all ready to talk about this stuff? Y'all ready to get it in, Keith?
Let's talk about it.
Let's just jump right into it. Let's jump into the main thing. We don't even want to hesitate. So I'm gonna pull this up, the article, and so that y'all can read it along with us. And I'm not the best of readers, but I'm not the worst either. So what happened this weekend, man? Nvidia got hacked. Nvidia got hacked, and a lot of stuff was uncovered and disclosed in this hack, revealed in this hack. And one of these things is the possible new Nintendo Switch model with DLSS API available. So let's read some of this stuff and let's get it in. So the recent Nvidia leak may have given up details about an upcoming Switch model. A recent cyber attack saw Nvidia code and other sensitive information about the company and the people working for it being held for ransom. So I didn't know all the details. So I guess these cyber attackers have held this information for ransom. Why would you do that? First of all, why would you? Is that a thing?
If you're an insider, somebody probably got broke off for doing that. Like, we're going to pay you to leak the information. All right. Somebody who don't care?
Right. But then didn't they do that to another company before and try to basically get them to pay?
If you guys don't remember, that actually happened to CD Projekt Red.
So did. I knew it.
Right.
It happened when they took the some of the Witcher and Cyberpunk development code, and they held it for ransom.
But didn't they get caught?
I don't know if they got caught, but they leaked it. Like that, they didn't pay them any of the ransom money, so they ended up just leaking the source code.
Okay, well, so let's get back to this. I don't know why people just need to get a life, man. But anyway, I ain't mad at y'all leak some stuff that we want.
It's big money and stuff like that, man. That's what happened to the PS3 when they couldn't not hack, but they couldn't get the homebrews on top of the PS3, and then someone hacked it and got the source code. And then they started to hack the PS3s.
Okay, well let's finish this. So it said a company and people working for it being held for ransom. So information about the company and people are being held for ransom. Found within all the chaos was some interesting language that seemed to point to a new Nintendo Switch model that utilizes Nvidia's DLSS technology. Now we're going to talk about that. That is deep learning. What is it? Deep learning what? Super sampling. Deep learning. And it's deep learning? I think it is. So the Nvidia cyber attack took place on March 1st, which is literally 2 days ago, 2022, as discussed by users on the Fama Board forum. Some of the leaked files related to the company's business with Nintendo, specifically a supposed NVN folder and a NVN DLSS driver. NVN is a application program interface that NVIDIA designed specifically for the Nintendo's devices. The NVN API is not utilized for any other company's gaming hardware. All right, so do y'all think I need to keep reading? Let's continue to read. Connecting the dots, it would appear that Nvidia is working on a code and drives that allow the switch to take advantage of DLSS. The interesting part is the current available switch models aren't capable of supporting the feature. Ooh, details. This would imply that there is a new model of the Nintendo Switch currently in the works that the big N is yet to announce. If you're not familiar, DLSS is short for Deep Learning Super Sampling. We're going to talk about that. Is a visual upscaling technology created by Nvidia, available for only select hardware. So you got to have certain GPUs to be able to do this. So this is why this hints at basically reveals this is not what we currently have, nor is it the OLED system. DLSS provides a boost to performance frame per seconds without having to sacrifice image quality. Despite Nintendo's Switch's undeniable success over the last 5 years, the console's global capabilities have been a common criticism. We're going to stop right there because that is absolutely... Thank you, whoever wrote this. I'm done reading you, though. So anyway, let's get into this subject. I'm coming to you, Keith. K-Bum, I'm going to wait on you. Keith, is this the news we've been waiting for?
No, Nintendo ain't said nothing.
Oh, you
but
dog. I wish I had it. Where am I? Slap yourself! Don't you set me up like that, man.
We've been waiting on Miyamoto to come out and say something.
Okay.
Bowser or somebody, the real one. Anyways, but no, this is. You're right. This is good news. This is interesting news. Simply because we've been wanting to hear something. And, this is a little breadcrumb that lets us know that, it's coming. And why would Nintendo switch from working with Nvidia? Like, they really are the leading company over AMD, at least, when it comes to GPUs. And that technology that they're using in that switch, it seems like they've found some type of home and comfort with each other. So, I don't know. I don't know if Nintendo's responded to this. I haven't looked anything up, but I'm pretty sure they're not happy about this at all. But as a consumer, understanding that DLSS and AMD's FX, they work differently, but that's pretty dope because what that means is if they continue to stay portable, they'll be able to pull more out of it because of DLSS. So this is good news. I was probably going to get it anyways, but this is good news, which means that our Nintendo Switch 2 games won't be as blurry anymore because of DLSS. So.
We're gonna talk about that DLSS, deep learning, super sampling. I was, because I wanted to kind of know if we was going to talk about it. I wanted to kind of refresh myself on what it is and how it works. And watching a few videos and different things, it's interesting technology because before what they would do, like with this with pixelated games where the edges was kind of jaggies and all that to kind of get rid of it, what they'd do was basically double the resolution and then bring it back down. So the CPU and GPU was doing extra work. Then when it went to the screen or to your TV, it would down sample the image that it's producing so that it looks more clean and smooth. But this is kind of going the other way where the AI is kind of predicting what the pixel's supposed to look like and then making it look like that. So it's doing it on the front end. That was pretty interesting. But I'm going to bring K-Bum in and let him get his thoughts in on this leak and potential what this possibly means. Go ahead.
Well, look at the big brain on Brad. Okay. I see you with all the details level. I see you. I like that.
I've been doing my research.
I see. If anyone catch the Pulp Fiction reference. I hope you guys caught that. And yeah, man, I love the little segue. That was a nice segue into the conversation, man. You're doing your stuff. You're a pretty good host. I don't care what nobody say. You're a pretty good host.
I think you,
So,
man. You know,
um,
I wish I could reach through this mug and punch you up. But go ahead, man. You're little slick dude.
pretty good. So, all right, all right. So, is this the news we've been wanting to hear? Um, this carries more weight, right? This carries more weight than the crazies on Twitter's the Nintendo insiders who've been saying that the Switch Pro is coming, the Switch Pro is coming, the Switch Pro is coming, like they're Paul Revere. So this carries more weight, right? And Nvidia has kind of came out already and said that yes, this happened. Yes, this information is true, right? So this carries more weight. So it's a little bit more than the Twitter people yelling, and a little bit less than Nintendo actually themselves coming out and saying yes, we are working on Switch Pro or AKA Switch 2.
Mm.
So it's not 100% what we want, but it does give us a good feel, and introducing some of this new technology, being able to use the DLSS technology is going to be good for the system, which is going to allow it to look good and present higher looking resolutions, which I think is going to be good for the portable system. So yeah, I think it's good news. There's more I want to go into it, but I don't know how much you want to second to
No,
it.
no,
There's
go
still some
ahead.
more
We
pieces I
here.
want to add.
So go ahead. Let it be
Okay,
spoken. All right.
okay, let's be spoken. Okay, all right. So uh, this is good news, but under let's put this in its correct parameters. Right? There's two things. One thing, I forget who said it, but someone from Nintendo said that the Switch is only at its midpoint in life. I don't know what I did with that article, but he was saying that the Switch is only at about its midpoint. It ain't.
Uh,
It's not close to being over yet. It's only about halfway done, which means so that says okay. So is this like the OLED version, right? Whereas, or sorry, a better. Is this like the PlayStation Pro, where it's still the same generation but a little bit better, and not like the actual Switch 2, which people are looking towards, right? So we got to put that in perspective. I'm thinking that this is more of a PlayStation Pro type of thing, since we're still saying that the Switch is still at the midpoint of its life. Okay.
mm,
And also, the Bloomberg report about I think 2021 last May, yeah, was saying that was saying this very thing, that there was going to be is going to have some of this technology, right? And people kind of blew it off, but they've been kind of speculating this thing for a while. But we kind of have to just put in this right box that this may not be the upgrade you're looking for, Jedi quote. Uh, so it sounds good. It has the feeling to make us feel good, but how much is Nintendo really going to put into uh, uh, creating, giving us these good graphics? Because there's somebody who's already here, who just got here on the handheld market, that's making big waves, right?
yeah.
And they're showing that it's not easy to just give console level graphics on the go, but they're showing that it's possible. So
Mm,
you can't really play around when there's somebody in your neighborhood showing you that you can do the things that you kind of been reluctant to do. So I don't know. I hope it's true. I hope this means they're going to put more power into the system, because that's everyone. That's all I hear you guys talk about when we talk about the Switch. How you actually don't want to play certain games on this version of the Switch. Uh, so I hope they come through and actually put what they need to do to make either the upgrade or the next version of Switch actually deliver on the level of power to produce some of the graphics that the users are kind of looking for. But we just put it in a little box to make sure we
Okay.
see it for what it is.
I agree with you. What you said, as far as this is what? How did you put that at the top? You said this is good because they. How did you put it? I can't remember how you said that, but I agree with it, even though I can't remember how you said it.
The PlayStation Pro piece,
The
or
leak, the
just
way this was leaked, it proved is like it's
oh,
undeniable.
okay,
You said it, but it's the way you articulated that. But
okay.
I was just saying I agree with that. Go ahead, Keith. Any other thoughts you have before I jump back in here? I do think this is a good indicator of what's happening. I don't think Nintendo can deny this. This is undeniable. Like it's hacked, it's out there. Nvidia, like you
Right.
said, K-Bum, Nvidia said this has happened. So I'm pretty sure Nintendo is upset. Now, does this really show us fully what they're going to do? No. But what it does do for me is it at least lets me know something is, well, we know something being worked on, but it kind of gives you an indication on what that direction is. If they're working on super sampling or this version of super sampling, then that lets me know this probably going to be in the hybrid form again.
Right.
So
Right.
we
But
you know,
I have a few. I have a few questions though.
Yeah.
One historically, we never seen Nintendo. Well, no, I can't say never because they did do that with one of the 3DS. They added an
Yeah,
extra.
3DSs.
Yeah, but with their home consoles, they never did it. So technically, they still within something they've done before. So I was going to ask, what does that say about Nintendo? Are they adopting the standards of the other two companies? You know, because they'll put out a Pro in a minute.
The 0.5 versions
I
of
don't
Yeah,
think this is
the
a pro.
0.55.
I
So
don't
what?
think this is a pro. I don't think this
You
will
think-
be. No, I don't think this because Nintendo. No, this ain't gonna be a Switch. Well, they might because they did do this with their handheld, the DSL,
Yes.
the DSL Lite.
Right.
Yep.
So that's what you basically hitting. Go ahead. I interrupt.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
so the next part of that is y'all just came out with the OLED version.
Yes.
Like what are we doing? Like, are you saturating? Is saturate? I think that's the word I want to use. Saturating the market, with so many devices. Like what are we like? I don't know if that's the Nintendo model. I don't know because that just sounds. What they don't want to do is confuse the end user, further than what they need to. So I don't know if this. I don't know what this means. Like it'd be great if they just did Switch 2 and not have a Wii U situation on their hand. Or I'm just saying, or Switch Pro, like it has to, whatever they do, it has to indicate that it is different from the OLED and the OG, you know. But
Right.
if it is, I don't know. Level, why do you think it's not a Pro?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm with you. I don't know if it's not a pro, but I guess I'm hoping that it's a pro. And it's
and a
why
prayer.
because I don't think. I think that would be a boneheaded move. If this is not,
Really?
I do. Because, first of all, okay.
Okay.
If you was going to do the Pro, I think the OLED should have been that. Right? I
Right.
think
I agree.
you already gave us a light. So you got the OG, then you got the light. The next system is the XXL or the XL or whatever they normally do. That's what the OLED is. So now you finna give me a Pro? Not if you're gonna give me the Pro, I should have the Pro. The Switch is 5 years old. Don't give me a Pro, and it's most likely we probably won't see this until the earliest is the end of 2003. So
You think so?
I don't think we're gonna see it at the top of next year. If we don't,
Still
if
got
we,
Mario Kart tracks to buy.
right.
Hey, look at this dude.
What I'm saying is, okay, unless they follow the same pattern that they follow with the Switch, and they launch it in what was it, February, March? I think it was somewhere around there.
Actually,
It was March.
today or
It was March.
yesterday or something like that.
So
was
if they gonna stay on that trajectory, like that's when they gonna try to launch it, and they break away from, or they don't go back to traditional holiday lunch, then yeah, there's a possibility that we would see it at the top of the year. But since we haven't heard anything about it, knowing Nintendo, that would be 2004. I mean, that'd be 2024. If they move, that's a long time.
That's a long
So that's what
time.
I'm saying. If there's a likelihood, if it's the Pro, it should be in our hands. To me, they window to even make this where you don't frustrate people. You either got to be coming at the top of next year or the end of next year. Anything that's 2024, to me, is problematic. It's going to be an issue because by that time, I would think this pandemic would kind of be on almost out of view, and PlayStation and Microsoft going to be hitting on some other cylinders that we ain't even seen yet. Steam is going to have some actual steam, and you still got us holding on to the game that can't do Zelda. What is that? That Zelda game?
Skyward Sword.
Not Skyward Sword. The one with all the is not even made by is not Nintendo. What's
the side scroll? Not side scroll, but the top down one.
The one that's made by the dudes that make those games with all the 100 doggone people on the stage and you cutting them up. And what is
the Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty, that version of
Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule
like
Warriors.
That, right?
There it is. It was on the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't get it out. Hyrule Warriors. It can't even run Hyrule Warriors stable. You want us to hold on to this for another 2 more years? Bro, I'm barely holding on. I barely turn on my Switch at this point. There's nothing I'm even looking forward to but Breath of the Wild, and we know we don't believe Metroid Prime 4 coming to it. So, no, I'm done. I'm at the point of being done with this version of the Switch. So for me, it better come holiday 23, or if it's and it'll be even better if it come at the top of 23 in 6 years. But to me, that can't be a Pro because the OLED should have been there. If it was gonna be a Pro, then you could go another 3 years, and I wouldn't have said nothing. So I hope this ain't the Pro.
When does Switch Sports come out?
Switch Sports comes out this summer.
This summer?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I would think that they would be making Switch Sports to go along with maybe a new console or something. You know what I mean?
But I thought that was the Zelda setup though.
I think but I see what
Zelda's
saying.
Zelda's has always been kind of cross consoles, right? Because the Breath of the Wild was cross console.
You need your 1-2. What is it? 1-2 take? Is that what it's called?
1-2 switch.
1-2 switch. You need your 1-2 switch. And I found out that that Switch Sports actually is using a variation of DLSS, if I'm not mistaken.
Word.
So it's
That's
already. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up. But so no, man.
Okay.
For me, no. I'm gonna turn it over to you, K-Bum. You come back on, but for me, no. This better not be no Pro. This better not be. We got another system on the. That's too many switches, man. That's too much. You gave us 3 versions of this thing. You gotta move on to either Switch 2. You can't do Switch Pro at this point. You messed up when you did Switch OLED. That should have been the Pro. That should have been a bump in stability. It didn't even have to be what this system can do. But this system can't be your Pro. This can't be. No, they waited too long. That's 6 years. When did Sony do they PlayStation 4 Pro? About 4 years in?
I do not have the math on right now. I can look it up.
They came out with the VR headset, and then they came not too long after that with the Pro. For that, it was because they needed a Pro because they knew the PlayStation 4 that they gave us really wasn't what they wanted to do, but they had to move when they had to move because of the Wii U. They thought the Wii U was about to do something, which we all hindsight and no, it wasn't. But anyway, then they came out with the VR headset. Then they made the Pro to basically make that headset worth your time, for real. But that was all done within 4 years. That wasn't no 5 years. 100 systems in. You don't give me a Pro now. You give me a 2. this is let's move on. This ain't, hey, we gonna give you, no, heck no. They better not do that.
So but anyway, the PlayStation came out 2013.
Okay.
And they said the Pro was shown in September of 2016.
So 3 years.
I'm trying to see when it released.
3 to 4 years.
Did it release that same year?
It didn't release the same year, but it came out they showed it. And I think did it?
I think it did release that same year. I think it did.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Switch Pro. Here, I'm finna show you.
Yeah, 2016. Yeah, November. Yep.
Y'all see that?
Yep. The PlayStation came out, was released in September 15, 2013. The Pro came out November 10, 2016.
Okay. So yeah, they did. So what? 3 years. So
yeah, 3 years.
Okay, so hey, look, I'm not a Sony guy, but I give kudos where kudos is deserved. They understand you can't be having people sitting and waiting that long. That's 5, 6 years is still the normal gaming cycle that we was used to getting a new system within that time. Not no up-res system. No, Nintendo, no, you can't break the mold that much. You better give us a new system. But look at this.
I don't know, man. You gotta, Nintendo, this is uncharted territory for them. They already broke over 100 million consoles sold very fast. They're still selling. They're still selling.
They better give us a new Switch. But that's what Pro. Or unless you calling it the Switch 2 Pro, Switch Pro, it is the Switch 2. It better not be no Switch Pro, and then next thing you know, we got a Switch 2. I'm gonna be highly upset. But I'll still buy it, but I'll be little annoyed.
Hey man, listen. Hey, Zelda and Mario speaks volumes around here. You know what I'm
saying? You know it does. But look at this. Nintendo Switch Sports uses AMD's deep learning super sampling. So it ain't Nvidia's version, it's AMD's version. But I knew the game supposedly used it.
So I was gonna say something about that. The AMD Fidelity FX, Super Fidelity FX, works with everything. Nvidia's just worked with select Nvidia GPUs.
Yeah.
So
I just wanted to, when I said that, I just wanted to make sure that I was correct, and I thought I was. But yeah, I mean, for me, if they did come with a Pro, I guess you're right, Keith. You're right. They can. Do I think that's the right move? No, because that means you're holding back something, and I don't think 100 systems in, you should give us a slight bump. I think 100 systems in, you jump to the next system, I think. But, because remember, y'all was just in Wii U era. Y'all was just in the Wii U spot. Thank the Lord that y'all made the right move, and it worked. It paid off. Be wise this time. Do what's right at the gate. I think we all said, I remember D2K was on it, we were talking about this. Nintendo, do what's right now. Swing now. Knock the ball out the park now, and it's just gonna ensure you down the road. I don't think a Pro, because to me it says I'm not giving you my best. I'm just giving you something a little bit better. And that's what the OLED did. It's just a little visual improvement, but it ain't the bump we looking for. And with these two monsters that's sitting over here, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, Nintendo ain't got a lot of time to be playing around with frame rates that don't look good, terrible online services. I'm sorry, no, man. We already talking about Mario DLC for Mario Kart 8. 8 years after it's been on the shelf. Like they can't do that. And to me, now is the time. We have supported you. The industry has responded. You got something that's working. Hopefully, preferably, that this leak points to what they looking to have on the shelf for the next 5-6 years, not something that you looking to hold you over for 2 or 3. And that's what a pro should be. The pro should be a 2-3 year holdover, and that's why I said that's the OLED. Now that you put the OLED, since you put the OLED out, you have ruined the pro. So move on past the pro, and don't give us the pro and call it the Switch 2, because Nintendo would do that. So that's my take. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, you're right, level. Like I was looking up 3DS, and they were putting out new 3DSs like a year after. And then so I think 2011 was 3DS. 2012 was like the 3DS XL, and then I think maybe 2 years after that there was the new 3DS.
Right.
So they had a higher cadence, a faster cadence, faster cadence of releasing systems. Now, if they want to make this the Pro, and like you said it's not coming out until next year, well, darn it, that is a very slow cadence,
right,
and very different than what they. And so that does push it towards. So there's just a lot of information that doesn't all go together, right? You got the president saying that the Switch is at its midway point, and then you got these, and then you're releasing, screens that look better, but like you said, Hyrule Warriors is still running at 20 frames per second.
Warriors, you ain't just because slow frame rates look better. It looks better while it's moving slow. I don't want
it. Right,
it's
right.
a beautiful slow mess. No, I'm good.
So it's just competing languages, right? Of them saying it's at a midpoint, but them also saying wanting to get a new next system. So I don't know. I was sold on this being a Pro, but you've done a good job of presenting an argument that it doesn't really make sense. And I at this point agree with your argument that this has to be a next gen. But looking at some of the stuff that I've read, it doesn't seem like it's pointing to this being a next gen. So
like I said, I don't know.
Conflicting words.
Now I would say this. Now this is Nintendo, and me and Keith, we are Nintendo guys. We have long went from just being retarded with our fandom, as other folks are. But I play it all. Like I said, I ain't touched my Switch. I ain't touched my Switch. My girls have. I haven't. I've been on the station. So anyway, but this is the same company that lied and said they didn't have a new. I think it was either DS or 3DS, and the next thing you know, the next day it was announced. They had just lied and said they didn't have nothing coming, and the next day they put it out. So Nintendo lied. So that part, and D2K always was saying that Nintendo don't mind lying. So the wording and the narrative around all this, I don't really. Nintendo has been Reggie and all them before. Well, not now, but Reggie gone. But I don't buy nothing they say, because they want you to continue to think that this is all you have until they bring out whatever is next.
Got it.
But again, you have given us 3 variations of this current Switch. You don't get to do that and then come out with another variation of what's current. No, we need what's next. Because we ain't getting it this year. That's a guarantee. We not getting it this year. So if we don't see it, we might see it because it's been leaked. So we might see it at E3 or at some Nintendo Direct that they do, and they start talking about what's next and what's on the horizon, or Steph drop a trailer like they did with the original Switch. And they might do that sometime this year. But if they don't, because when they did that, remember that, Keith, we didn't think it was going to come when it came the following year. They Steph dropped that trailer in like September, October of that previous year, and then they did the big announcement at the top of the year, and then we had the Switch literally 3 months later, it's a wild
That's
frenzy
right. It was
ride.
like a January, like in
Yeah,
January they
Yep.
did
the
another,
January top of the
and
year.
then it came in March. You're
So
right.
Yep.
if they follow that formula, next year is possible. And if next year happened, Nintendo is dumb enough to do a pro. They are. I would say they dumb enough to do it. But if we don't see anything happening like that, that means we're not getting it at the top of the year. And Nintendo's going to try to wait to holiday season because Nintendo's going to try to milk this current system for all it's worth. That if they push it past the top of next year,
No,
yeah,
Nintendo milking the system.
they
No,
better
Look
really?
at
they
this.
if they push past into the holiday season of next year, to me, it cannot be a pro at that point. It should. It can't be a pro at all to me next year. But if they gonna do a pro, they can't be a pro at all. I'm not even gonna even give them that. They can't do a pro. They missed the window for pro. OLED is your pro. That's your pro, and you better come with a Switch 2. And even if it was meant to be a pro, you better call it the Switch 2. You gonna have some.
That month might come in the summertime.
Right. If
They
they
change.
In the summertime.
They don't change the whole game up.
Right. If they do it like that, then yeah. If they put it out in the summer, then yeah. If it come out this year, be like, bro, we got this Switch Pro. Yeah, it got leaked early this year. Okay, then you can get that off. You can get that off, but you better not go into 2023 talking about some Switch Pro. No, we need Switch 2. If it's the actual Pro under that 2, then you might be able to pull that off, but you better not say it's a Switch Pro. I might not buy it. I might wait until you come with the new thing. Because you're going to come with the new thing at least a year or two later. So I'm not giving you not another dime until we get your next vision, not just addition or improvement of this vision. I want something new. So anyway, what else do we have on the chopping block? It's 9 o'clock. We kind of talked about what we really wanted to talk about. But I mean, I hate that they leaked, they hacked them though. That's jacked up.
I want to combine me and K-Bone's topics. He said, does a game rated 10 mean it has to appeal to the masses? And I guess I kind of said that in a variation. I said, should games be categorized?
Well, set up what happened. That way they know where you're coming from. Then.
Oh man, this your lane. Hold on, let me try.
All right.
So I don't know if anybody's heard, but Elden Ring has received a score of 10, meaning it is a great game, and for what it's doing, I'm assuming that it's flawless. Not that it's not a flawed game. And a lot of people are like, no, I think you can go to Metacritic. You can look at some of the scores there. But we had a question. Does a game rated 10 mean that it has to appeal to everybody? There are a lot of games that's gotten 10s that I've never even played before. And if a game appeals to the masses or not appeal to the masses, like I use an example of Elden Ring versus The Sims. Imagine a Sims game getting a 10. Does that mean that it takes away from Elden Ring, or both of these games are 10s for what they do and they're doing it at their highest level? So I kind of want to know, what is your idea? What are your thoughts on games being rated 10? Is it a mass appeal? Should it just be specific? Like this game was a 10 because it's the best basketball game out. It's better than the other ones, but yeah. Okay. I probably did a bad job at that.
No, that wasn't bad at all. For me, and I'm going to be quick because I think there's more. I think K-Bun probably want to. Come. Well, let me go ahead. So for me, I think these 10s are just being thrown out just like in music. We say an album is hot. Everything Drake drops is hot, no matter if the album is actually hot or not. Like this last album he dropped, I know everybody talking about this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I went and listened to him like, man, this album ain't even touching what Kendrick did 5-6 years ago. So I think certain games that do certain things, the industry is geared towards trying to make it rate a certain way, if that makes sense. Like, because they want this game to be successful, they're gonna ensure its success by giving it a great rating. Almost kind of like what they tried to do with what's that game that was made by Kojima, Death
Oh,
Stranding.
yeah, Death Stranding.
Okay, remember when people was coming out, you had reviewers who clearly did not understand the game or didn't like the game say, I think I understand his vision, and based on that, not what they was actually playing, gave it a high score. And it's like, wait a minute. Do you like the game? Well, it ain't really that I like it, but I understand his vision, and his vision is genius. So we're going to give it. Sometimes I think some of that type of stuff is going on with these titles. Certain titles going to get reviewed a certain way because they want that title to be successful, whether they actually are enjoying it or not. That's how I would answer it. But I maybe I'm deterring away from what you actually really looking for. So I'm gonna let K-Bump come in and kind of think it over again and come back to how you frame it, because I think they just trying to make these games successful. Certain games they want these genres to be successful, and they trying to breathe life into these genres, and so you use a game like Elder Ring to do it. So that's my take. But K Bum, you can go. Maybe I'm tripping.
Okay. So my opinion is, if I don't like the game, it can never be a 10. Point case over. Conversation done. Uh, okay. Here's my real point. Um, I I think a 10 is overrated, right? We because we say 10, and you kind of said it at the beginning, Keith, that the game is not flawed. It's not that it doesn't have flaws, but it's kind of flawless, right? Because
Yeah,
every game has flaws and has issues and bugs. Because I know the point that I made, also I made another point, is, if a game suffers from performance issues, and it can't even run at the performance that it's expecting half the time, can you even give that game a 10? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Elden Ring is getting on both ends, right? It's not a mass appeal type of game, and also it's not running efficiently, right? It's running sub 60, 50 frames per second during the gameplay, but it's still a 10. So how can you do that? And I feel, and so I, I'll take a step in this direction. I feel you can do that because a 10 doesn't really mean what people want it to mean, right? I think to me the whole rating pointing system is just the way people can use to argue about games, and it's really meaningless. My game is a 97. Yours is only a 92. That means it's worse. What does that even mean? Um, I forgot what game. I forgot what magazine it was. Maybe it was GameSpot back in the day. GameSpot has something that I like better than just rating a flat 10. Because when we stand 10, you still are you is it because the graphics are the best, because the gameplay is the best, because the story is the best, because the art direction is the best? Like, what is getting the 10? Because you can have a 6 in art direction. I mean, graphics. I look at Elden Ring, and it does not appeal graphically. It does not do anything for me graphically, but people are wild because of the gameplay. They're wild because of the open worldness. They're wild because of, you never been able to play a FromSoft game in this manner. So, but the graphics is like, okay, right? So what does that even mean? I like to go back to, like I said before, there was a gaming website. I think it was GameSpot, and they had different scorings, right? So it wasn't just an
Mm-hmm.
overall. I think they averaged the overall score, right? But there was one thing that they that weighed heavily, and that was fun factor,
mm-hmm.
right? It was fun factor, and that had its own individual score, right? And to me, that type of score, that type of category, fun factor, is applied to each game differently,
Okay.
right? So it's implied to a Sims game. The way a Sims game is fun is different than is different than the way Cyberpunk is fun, which is different than the way Demon Souls is fun, which is different than the way Uncharted is fun. But it still has a fun factor, right? And you can measure a fun factor, right? But just saying a game is a 10, there's so many different variations that makes a game a 10. But fun factor, are you having fun? It's something that you know uh, can be easily quantifiable. That's the word I'm looking for.
Well, you saw that with, like I said,
multiple games.
With the game Death Stranding, you saw people giving the game a high score even though they wasn't enjoying it, and I'm like, go ahead.
Oh, that's the game they said was boring.
Yeah, they were saying it's boring, but
even Last of Us.
Yeah, well,
Last of Us. If Last of Us had a fun factor,
but okay,
it will score low because even Naughty Dog themselves say the game is not created just for you to have fun. Like, but because they're doing something different. They're trying to tell a heavy story. They're trying to tell a heavy story. So the fun factor piece isn't really that high for that type of game.
How are we qualifying or how are we placing or trying to understand fun? Because fun doesn't have to be fun is if I'm enjoying something,
right?
That's because I could tear up, and you'd be like, "Man, is the movie make? Is it? No, I enjoyed it, but I'm not laughing. I'm not slapping my leg. It made me tear up, but I'm still enjoying what I'm playing. I think The Last of Us fun factor might not be in the laugh and the slap. Oh, that was cool, like Ratchet and Clank or. What was the game we were just playing? Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, to me, there's a different type of fun, but it's enjoyable. I'm laughing at Rocket. I'm laughing at I Am Groot every time we say. But then a game like The Last of Us, I might not laugh at any scene in the game. But when we sit here and talk, I'm like, man, this scene right here, man, it touched me. It really hit me deep. I think that's what a game like The Last of Us brings. It still you still enjoy it, even though it's bringing out a different emotion than another game that you truly enjoyed brought out. Because when I talk about Zelda, it ain't no moments where I just laugh at or be like, "Oh my God, this is so cool, man." No, I'm so into the heavy nature of it, especially like in Ocarina of Time, because I do believe Ocarina of Time is one of the games that I do consider. I ain't gonna say it's a 10 out of 10, but it's one of the games I think is up there close, dang near perfect. And all I can remember is just the awe every time I got to certain places and saw certain dungeons. It was just the awe. Like, it was awe-inspiring. That's kind of the same way Breath of the Wild was. I was just awed. But then when I played a game like Mario 64, which done the same thing to me, it was a different type of awe. Like, wow, like, man, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Who would have thought to be able to... But it's bringing out a different emotion, but you're still enjoying it. Whereas Death Stranding, these people having to force themselves to continue to play it. But they give it a 9 out of 9 and a 10. And, well, I understand the genius in the game. Bro, you were sitting there waking up halfway through your stroll down the hill. Like, how you going to get this game a good score? So, when I look at games like this, I be thinking, and it's just me, and I could be wrong. People are so itching for another Skyrim and them type of games, and this genre that I think and I think maybe we guilty of it too as Nintendo fans sometimes. We try to make a game be greater than probably what it is, and like every Mario game might have deserved high 9s. And 10s. But because it's Mario, you're going to give it to it because it's Mario. I think games like this kind of get that.
I thought it was Odyssey, though.
Odyssey was great. Now, Odyssey was great.
Odyssey was great.
I said
Odyssey. Goddessy. Oh, yeah, it was Goddessy.
That was Keith's wording.
It was, though. But see, a game like Mario Sunshine, to me, wasn't a bad game, but for a Mario game, it wasn't that good. It wasn't for Mario standard, but it still got high. Well, it actually didn't get high scores. It got respectable scores to what it was. But I'm just using Mario as an example. Or not every Zelda game maybe didn't deserve all the high. I'm just using it as an example. I don't know for sure, but I'm saying I think this game, people want these games like this. This industry is geared to try to make games like this number one, and especially when we in dry space. Like yeah, we got Horizon, Forbidden West, but everybody really, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think everybody's really into that game, and that's an exclusive to Sony. But I think they want to make these games be great, and so they score them like they're great, even though they might enjoy the game. I see people who love them RPGs, and they always try to act like every RPG that come out in a certain genre is amazing. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody trying to play that. Only select few people that's really gonna be into that. So, but I might be tripping. My take might be all over the place, but that's how I kind of feel. I think they try to make these games, these type of games great.
I just think, well, number one, you got to know what game you're going to look at the review. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some type of understanding, I would think. And then number two, if the reviewers don't say it in the review, they need to say, hey, for a first-person shooter, this Halo game is pretty legit, or is this Halo game needs some work, or whatever.
Yeah.
They need to, quantify it,
Right.
And then when they get a score, you can, like in my job, we can categorize things, and then we can start putting things in order. So when we look up something under a certain category, only these things are going to show up. So if I'm saying a game is a 10 out of 10, then that 10 out of 10 should be in a certain category and not for everything, because people were taking offense to the fact that they were saying that Elden Ring is better than Horizon. What is the new one called? WoW something?
Forbidden West.
Forbidden West. Yes.
Yeah, forgetting is true. But yeah, but they do two different games. They do two different things. Just because they're open world doesn't mean that they are trying to achieve the same thing. It's that Souls game is literally just a Souls game in an open world. The main combat, or the main way you play the gameplay hook, is the combat. That's not what Horizon is set out to do. They're trying to tell this deep, engrossing story about this main character, Aloy. You know what I mean? They're trying to tell that. So it's doing two different things, and I get caught up in the hype. I'll still look at games and try to see if they bigger than Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is just an amazing game, by the way. Just if y'all don't know.
But I'm gonna be honest though. I could be being biased because these type of games are just too involved for me. But
which ones?
Like Elden Ring. Like I'm looking at, like, I don't even feel like reading all that. Like, I don't want to read all that. Like, what is that? But me, that's too much involvement. Like, I'm not trying to lose myself as if I'm this person. Like, I just want to play it. But that's why I could be tripping, because this could be a great game. I ain't never played it. It don't look bad.
Well, the first Metroid Prime, or the Prime series in and of itself, the bulk of the story is through the lore. Like, if you going through and you scanning and you reading and stuff, that's how you get the bulk of the story. However, the gameplay to Prime was what got me. And that's probably what's getting in with these types of games.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this is my thing. Okay, this is a 10. So this is a 10. Why was Skyrim a 10? Because what is this doing? But I ain't played this. This just asking me. Let me think out loud. What is this doing that Skyrim didn't do? That Witcher 3 didn't do? That other games that's kind of in this realm didn't do? What is this game doing? You see what I'm saying?
I couldn't tell you.
It's a lot of games that's in this genre that.
Well, actually, yes and no, because this genre is a kind of different genre, because this is those I forget what the kind of games they call these, but these are the games that are kind of the rage games that are super hard, right, and difficult.
Dungeons and Dragons
No,
type.
no. It's meant to be very, very hard. It's not. This isn't the same as a Skyrim.
So soul like.
That was a very different game. This is the same as Demon Souls, Dark Souls. This is the Souls a Souls type of
Okay,
game.
so what is okay?
So
Okay, go ahead.
and Demon Souls and Dark Souls all have gotten good reviews, and this is um a maturing of all of those other games, like Bloodborne. Bloodborne got good reviews. It didn't get 10, but it got good reviews. And Demon Souls got good reviews. So this is just a combination of secure. Sekiro? The game came out last year. That got
Oh
good,
yeah.
and
So
those are all the same, pretty much the same people, same type of game.
right.
Um, and so this game opens up the world in a way that those games did not do. Right, those are more of a linear type of story. This is more of an open world, the way you can attack and go forth in this game. So it is a maturation of the series, and so and to this
See
crescendo
again.
game, which is Elden Ring, and
Right.
it's one. I mean, it's one most anticipated game 2 years in a row at the Game Awards. So
I
people have
got
been
you.
looking for this game for years. 2 years in a row, it won most anticipated game. So
I
yeah,
want to see
people
the
have been
sales. I
looking
want to see
for it,
how it
and
sells because if it won most anticipated game, this game better be selling like crazy. And if it's 6 million, 5 million, I'll be like across. Ain't it on everything but but the Switch? Ain't it on the Xbox, the
but
PlayStation?
I believe so. I
So
believe it's
this game
Xbox,
should
PlayStation,
sell.
PC.
Yeah, this thing should sell well. So I would like to see that
But
reflected.
see, let's also understand that. Uh, so it won. Let's understand this. All right, this is not your Call of Duty.
I
What
know, I know,
what
I
what do I,
know.
what do I mean? What do I mean? What I mean is your casual gamer is not picking this game up. The reason why Call of Duty and even Mario for the most part sells the way it does is because the casual gamer plays it. And there are way more casuals
I'm with you.
than it is hardcore gamers.
But
And so the hardcore gamers are the one voting
I
at the
know,
video
but
game
I
awards.
think
Those are
I'm
not your
talking.
casuals.
I think I'm talking to a few. I won't say I'm hardcore. I think I'm a core gamer, right? So
No. Compared to a casual, you're not a casual gamer. So
and that's what I'm saying. I'm a core
because
gamer. I
you're
said I'm a
in the
core.
know. You're core hardcore. Yeah, say
I
it how
say
you want to.
I
Yes,
take the hard off of me. I say you are hardcore. I would say Keith was probably hardcore core. I'm core, meaning I ain't casual. I play too many. I buy too much of this stuff to be casual. I'm a gamer,
yes.
but I think there's a lot of me's that ain't studying this game.
Hmm.
But that's what I'm trying to understand. Okay,
I,
so
I agree.
this game winning most anticipated. I bet you was more me watching the Game Awards than looking at it. I ain't studying this game. But
You have to be some kind of gamer to actually vote for the game
right,
awards.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Because I didn't even vote.
I'm starting from me and up. So that's what I'm saying. I believe this is me. Just and I don't want to say stuff is rigged, but I don't mind going out there on the limb and saying stuff is set up to make game. I think these type of games be successful. Not that most. I don't see like I'm looking. I don't see it, and I ain't played it, so I don't want to sit up here and judge it falsely just off visually looking at it. But I don't see anything that I haven't seen in millions of other or plenty of other games in the same field that is looking exactly like them. Doesn't look nothing any different. Just another. It's just got a new name on it. This look like Witcher 3. What's the other game that they? It looks like all them games, just a different name on it. So what makes this one so much more perfect that where it deserves? To me, it's just they want this game to be that. That's I don't know. I might be tripping. I'm gonna shut up and let it be. I might be tripping. So
Man, it's just
It's
that Souls formula just wide open. Now you can run away.
It looked like Souls with Richard, with which it looked like Witcher 3.
It does not look like. I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't look like Witcher 3.
It does
to
not.
me it does, but I might be wrong.
No, it still looks like a Souls game to me, just open now. Like you can see mountains in the background now and actually go to them. Witcher had a different aesthetic, only because it was trying to achieve a different goal. But yeah, it's
What's that Shadows of Mordor? You ever played that?
Yes.
Does it give you that kind of vibe? No.
No, because Shadow of Mordor had like an open world Batman vibe.
Okay.
Like to the combat.
Okay. Maybe like I said, I could be tripping, man. I don't want to judge the game. I don't think it's a bad game. I don't know. I just think they want these type of games to be successful. So they score them certain ways to make them be successful so they can give it game of the years and all. I think it's all got scripting to it. I don't think it's all just organically being done. I think there's intention behind this. This is very much meant and forced in some capacities so that these type of games are reviewed and seen a certain way. I really believe that, but I could be wrong. Anything else before we get out of here? Well, we got to get out of here. We staying true to this 9:30. So I'm liking that. I'm liking.
Chariot Man in the comments section. What's up, Chariot Man?
What's going on, guys? Been a minute. Yeah, man. We been missing y'all, but y'all here. Welcome to the show. We're about to close it out now. So, but anyway, any final thoughts? I'm gonna turn this off. Cause I'm ready to eat and I'm ready to go watch this Laker game. They just hurting my heart, man.
Don't talk about the Lakers, bro.
They're just hurting my heart, man. They can't beat a fly. They can't beat a fly.
Hey, he said a fly.
They can't, man. The fly can land right on this later half day. They still can't beat it. I don't know what's going on with them, man. I'm waiting for Westbrook to get on down the road. I'm ready for LeBron to stop all this whining. You take ownership of what you did. You got to go ahead and own it. You screwed this up. It ain't Vogel. It ain't. I won't let old boy off the hook though. Pelinka, he got some hands in there.
Oh, Pelinka, yeah.
Pelinka got some hands. Oh, I like them Giants. That looks dope. Anyway, so go up here and catch this game. They tied up. Wonder how long that's gonna last. But anyway, any other thoughts?
Yeah, so no, so it's funny that Elden Ring has kind of taken whatever steam that Horizon has had. Elden Ring has kind of just sucked all that up, and that's the only thing I see or hear on Twitter is Elden Ring, which is fine by me. I mean, I'm not a hater. I'm not gonna sit there and say, no, you talking about my Sony game. It's people are gonna love it. It's getting great reviews, Horizon. But
I would rather. I'm just gonna be me, and I could be being just looking at this game. But like, I mean, if they put Zelda in this, I'll probably be all over it. So I need to stop. I probably just hate it.
I talked to a buddy this weekend. Matter of fact, the VR buddy.
If this was Zelda, I'd be all over it.
I talked to my VR buddy this weekend. Because I was asking about some other stuff, and I asked the Steam Deck, yes, and I asked him about it.
Better hurry up, because we ain't going past. We ain't staying on it long.
Cool. And we were talking about this, and he was talking about how he took off work. You know, he's hardcore. He took off work to play this game. This game is his most anticipated game. So they are out there. These guys who love these type of games, and people are loving it, man. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not gonna hate on it, but it's not my cup of tea. I'll be playing Horizon whenever I get a break or get done with Cyberpunk. So we'll see about that.
Though, I'm watching. The more I'm watching it, the more I'm watching it. If that was Link, I'd be all over this. That's why I said I could be being a hypocrite. I could be the absolute hypocrite. The more I watch it, I'm like, yeah, they just changed that to a tunic. And give him the Master Sword, I'll probably be all on it.
What's that key?
No.
Let me stop.
Man, I could have a whole other podcast about Zelda.
Yeah, no. I'm just being funny, but I'm serious. That part I was just looking at, I was like, if they put a tunic on him and gave him a Master Sword in the shield, I might be there for it. But anyway, that was a Live 11 Gaming podcast for tonight.
Taz Blue, gotta give a shout out to
Taz.
Taz.
Taz in there? I ain't see him. My bad.
Taz
What's
down
up,
there.
Taz? Welcome to the show. Now, wrap it up. And slap yourself. I got him, I hit him with that slap yourself. Anyway, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. You know I had to get him. You late, man. You late. He said go to bed. Don't watch it. Anyway. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. We hope y'all enjoyed it. And we'll be back same time, same place next week, Lord's willing. Till then, y'all be blessed. Deuces.